I had a unique conversation with someone tonight, unique in that it's the first time me and this person had talked about it, but not unique in the fact that I think I talk about this with everyone. We were talking about the difference between self-esteem and self-worth, and we began to also talk about the difference between self-confidence and self-compassion, along with all that. And so I just wanted to clarify a little bit for those of you that are interested or care at all. We have a lot of focus, especially in the school system, I think, on self-esteem. We see a lot of search for like Google searches for therapy regarding self-esteem. And I think it's really interesting because I think what people are looking for actually is help with self-worth. Self-esteem really is just this ability to believe that I am unique, I am special, I'm different from other people, and there is some benefit to that, but it can also be problematic. Self-confidence is just the ability to think that you can do things, which is awesome, and self-efficacy is the ability to have voice and choice in whatever is coming your way in your life. So the ability to be resilient, the ability to handle whatever it is coming your way, knowing that you will bend and not break. Now you can have self-esteem, self-confidence, self-efficacy in this package that really looks like you got your shit together and that you can do hard things and perform well in life, no matter what's coming your way. And all of that is brilliant. There's nothing innately wrong with any of that stuff, but it is all about performance. Self-worth isn't. And so self-worth really is our ability to both feel, so have a felt sense of, and to know and believe cognitively that we are worthy of love, of belonging, of respect, that as we are right now at any given moment, we have innate worth. And therefore, we should be treated with respect. We can honor who we are. We can wrestle with the hard things and be okay, knowing that our performance or how other people treat us or our behavior is not tied to that thing. Now, if your belief in your worth is wrapped up into performance, your ability to do well, your ability to perform, well, then inevitably, when that fails, because we as humans are imperfect and cannot do anything at 100% all the time, when that fails and you have worth tied up in your performance, then you really begin to erode that sense of being worthy, uh, of having worth, of knowing that you are okay no matter the outcomes, no matter the circumstances, that you can be secure, that you can live authentically, that you are still who you are no matter what. When we don't perform well or when we do fail, that can hit us in the self-esteem, self-confidence, self-efficacy ways, right? And chip away at that a little bit, and that might need to be rebuilt. But when you have differentiated your worth, your preciousness from your performance, then even when you do fail, even when outcomes don't go the way that you want them to, even when people are talking poorly about you, you are okay even then. You are okay no matter what. You don't have to manipulate, triangulate, control people. You don't have to exude a sense of power over anyone or any circumstance. You work hard, you're competent, you do the things that you need to do. But if those things don't come to fruition the way you want them to, you're going to be okay no matter what. And that is positive self worth. And a lot of us have really learned over our lifetimes that, or believed anyway, it's a lie, but learned and believed a lie that our worth is rooted in, connected to, integrated, weaved in through with our performance. And so we try to gain a sense of worth by performing well, by doing well in relationships or at work or in school, whatever it is. And we try, and exude so and put so much effort and energy into these efforts to try to get a sense of feeling okay, try to get a sense of feeling secure in who we are. And because worth is not tied to performance, we put all that energy in there and don't ever get the result that we want, right? So those are some of the differences. I think it's really important to understand self-worth because that's the thing that I think a lot of people are hungry for, and that's the thing that I think a lot of people are searching for. That when you think about and maybe try to find someone or try to find some support with developing self-esteem or um, working toward self-confidence, those are all going to be performance based, and you might get some progress there, and that might be okay. But have you thought about your relationship to yourself and your belief system about your worth and value? I think that's the piece that's really important to think about because again, even if you fail, even if you don't do well, you're gonna be okay no matter what when you know your worth, when you walk in security, when you know who you know your purpose and your calling, and you can feel secure in all of that. It's also really reminiscent, kind of mirrors the experience of what secure attachment is. The four tenets of secure attachment is the ability to be your own self and not to have to cut off parts of who you are or enmesh to other people in order to have a relationship. You get to be your full self all the time as you are, right? Because of your worth. And the other person in relationship gets to be that too. You don't have to control them in any way. You don't have to use manipulation, triangulation, control in order to have a certain outcome in the relationship, right? Both people get to be who they are, and therefore you get to be connected. And the other two tenets of secure attachment are the ability to give and receive care. So the ability to negotiate our needs, to give emotional and instrumental care to the other, but the ability to be able to receive that and ask for what we want and need as well. And that comes from that sense of knowing who you are, knowing what your purpose and calling is, walking in your worth and security. It doesn't come from having high self-esteem or high self-confidence, right? And the last little piece, real quick, is self-compassion. Self-compassion is is an act. It is a skill that we can develop, that helps with all of these things. Self-compassion, as described by Kristen Neff, which I think is one of the best more contemporary researchers on self-compassion. Self-compassion is the ability to be kind to ourselves, so to talk to ourselves like we would a friend. It's about common humanity. In difference to self-esteem, which is more about how am I unique, how am I different from others, where do I shine? Self-compassion is really asking and calls us to ask ourselves, how are we like other people? Common humanity. How do we share in the human struggle of imperfection and also worthiness at the same time, right? Imperfect and worthy. And the third component, really, for self compassion is the mindfulness piece of being able to acknowledge when we are in suffering. And when we can acknowledge that we're in suffering, the innate human response really is to be kind to ourselves and to give care to ourselves. So that's the self compassion piece. Different from self worth, although it can help you along your journey toward positive self worth, but certainly different than self esteem as well. Okay, so I do have some making sense of your worth spots open for the 2 day intensive in June. So if you're interested in that, just please let me know and sign up. I would love to see you there. It's the traditional 8 week model, but kind of crammed into 2 days. So you get a lot of impact, a lot of growth all at one time. It's also because it's compacted into that 2 day time, it's also half off what the kind of standard rate across the nation is for making sense of your worth. So it's also just really a good deal. And I would love to see you there. Take care of yourselves. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe and may you be at peace. I'll see you in sesh.